May I come? May I come in, sir? Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, sir. Thank you, sir. Sir, good evening, sir. Myself, Alok Kumar Jha. I belong to Bhagalpur, Bihar. I have done, as my roots are from Bihar, I have done my schooling 10th and 12th from Bhagalpur itself. I have done my BTech from NIT Surat, passed out in 2020 in civil engineering. After that, I joined L&T Construction, where I have worked 1 year, 9 months in highway project, that is Mumbai-Vadodara Expressway project. After that, I joined IIT Delhi in MTech as a BIS program sponsored candidate. Thank you.
So right now you are doing MTech?
Yes, sir. I am in second year MTech, Construction Technology and Management.
Okay. Sponsored by?
L&T itself.
So you have bond with them?
Yes, sir. I have bond with them.
How many years?
5 years of 4 lakhs.
5 years?
4 lakhs rupees bond.
4 lakh rupees. Okay. So why do you want to join government service?
Sir, as IES is one of the most prestigious job in the country for engineers. Along with it gives more exposure for an engineer in all of its technical aspects, and the placements of each engineer is also in cross departments. So it is very much helpful for me to join this.
Cross departments means?
Some of the times deputation. On deputation, some of the times CPWD engineers is deputed on DDA as well. So this gives wider exposure to a candidate.
You are from 0 mile.
Yes, sir.
What does 0 mile mean?
A 0 mile defines where a road starts of any national highway or state highway starts. That is called a 0 mile point.
So the road starts from your place?
Yes, sir. It is a junction where it starts.
Which road?
NH31.
And goes up till where?
Assam.
Assam. So Bhagalpur to Assam.
Yes, sir.
So what is the color code for national highway?
So national highway have milestone colored with yellow in color. With bottom part it's white in color.
Okay. And what are the other color codes?
For state highway, it is colored as green and bottom part is white in color. And for major district roads and other roads, it is colored as black in color. Okay. And some of the village roads recently they are coloring orange in color.
So like we have national highways, do we have national routes on railways also?
National routes on railways. No, sir. The railways are only categorized as broad gauge, narrow gauge, and meter gauge. Some of them are standard gauge, such as metro lines. But I don't have any idea regarding national routes of railways.
Why not?
Sir, I don't have an idea.
Because almost the whole of railways is already nationalized.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Right? Anyway, interesting. Okay, so you have worked with L&T on expressway, Surat,
Mumbai-Vadodara Expressway project.
Mumbai-Vadodara Expressway project. Recently, there was one audit report about one expressway. Which was it?
Sorry, sir. I don't have idea.
Okay, Mumbai-Vadodara Expressway was how many lanes?
It's basically 8-lane project. Somewhere it is 6-lane. Most of the time it is 6-lane, but it is defined as 8-lane project.
Okay. And what is the cost per kilometer?
60 to 70 crores including all structures and culverts per kilometer.
60 to 70 crore per kilometer.
Sir, as my project was 23 kilometer long and it costed around 1500 crores.
Was it concrete or was it?
It is rigid pavement. It was rigid pavement of that segment.
Rigid pavement.
Rigid pavement, concrete pavement.
What are the plus and minus of concrete pavement?
Positive sides of rigid pavement is that it can carry higher loads, along with vehicle speed can be increased. The slab action transfers the load of a rigid pavement. Negative sides are, sir, it has a higher frictional coefficient, so tire may get burst easily, so an accident might happen.
What else?
Glare. No, sorry, sir, I don't have idea much.
What about the life compared to the bitumen?
Design life of a concrete pavement is more than bitumen pavement.
How much?
Flexible pavements are designed for 15 to 20 years, while as rigid pavements are defined for 30 to 40 years.
30 to 40 years, and they are designed for 15 to 20 years.
Yes, sir.
So cost wise, what is the flexible pavement? What is the cost per kilometer?
Cost per kilometer of flexible pavement is lesser.
How much?
Exact amount I don't have idea, sir.
No, you have been civil engineer for so long. It never occurred to you to compare the two costs?
Yes, sir.
Is it not a naturally occurring question?
Yes, sir. Cost should be compared.
So, some guess, some estimate you may have in your mind?
An educated guess can be made as 4 to 5 crores per kilometer for a 4-lane express highways of bitumen concrete.
4 to 5 crores.
Yes, sir, per kilometer.
And cement concrete?
If structures are not included, it comes out to be 15 to 20 crores. But if in our project, there were many structures like bridges and.
That's okay. So almost 3 times.
Yes, sir.
So then, in terms of cost benefit, which one is better?
Sir, this should be compared with other aspects also, such as the vehicular passes, that how many vehicles are passing through the traffic volume capacity, along with how much toll collection will be there on the basis of traffic capacity, and do we want a high speed or a medium speed? Speed should be compared as well. On the basis of judgment should be passed whether we should go for concrete pavement or flexible pavement.
You mean cement concrete, the speed is less?
Speed is more.
Bitumen is less?
Design speed is lesser than cement concrete.
Okay. Yes.
So, how about your BTech project?
Yes, sir. My BTech project was on the soil nailing technique along with slope stabilization on the basis of geogrids.
Why do you require slope stabilization?
Generally, as we know, sir, some of the soils which have poorer shearing capacity, the sloping angle cannot be increased more than a required specific angle. If we have space constraint on the right of way, then we need a steeper slope on the side. So we go for slope stabilization on the basis of geogrids or vetiver planting.
So where does it occur? It is occurred along the roadsides, or it occurs below the road, or it occurs in some foundation? Where does it occur?
Slope stabilization basically on the embankment of the side slope of the embankment of the road we do.
Okay. And how about foundation? In foundation, do you require soil stabilization?
There we also use soil stabilization. We don't call it as slope stabilization. If the cutting of the foundation is more beyond the specific critical height of the cutting, then we can go for slope stabilization.
No, why do you require slope? Because you will fill, you will do the backfill
Sir, for
of the
temporary,
foundation.
for temporary, like if we are cutting the foundation for concreting, at that time we need to stabilize the slope, otherwise it will collapse. So that will be a temporary stabilization.
ठीक.
कौन सा सॉफ्टवेयर यूज करते हो? विच सॉफ्टवेयर यू आर यूजिंग फॉर प्लानिंग?
Generally, we use sir Primavera, but most of the time all the scheduling are done in Excel itself. Excel, most of the scheduling, like if we have a linear project, we use Excel most of the time, sir.
What is linear project?
Linear project which are long in nature and which have not much of the vertical heights, such as building project is vertical project, while linear project are expressway, roadways, along with viaduct construction.
Not much vertical height.
Not vertical height. Layers of verticality is lesser than longitudinal direction.
Let's say I have a bridge which is 10 kilometers long. Unfortunately, the height of bridge from the ground is 500 meters. Some scenario, will it be linear project?
Bridge projects are vertical projects as they have more number of layers, foundation along with pier cap and deck slab. So it will be a vertical project.
It will be a vertical project. It will not be a linear project.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Canal?
Canal is a linear project. Design of canal is a linear project. It goes.
Let us say we have to lay a sewer 100 meters downwards, the earth's surface, hypothetically.
Okay, sir.
Will it be a linear project?
Sewer lines are a linear project, no, sir.
But it is 100 meters downwards. There is a layer of job.
Filling is more, sir.
Is it a linear project?
No, sir. It is not a linear. It is a linear project. It is not a vertical project.
But we are laying soil line many layers, so it's a vertical project.
But construction is along the longitudinal direction, sir. We are just backfilling the.
In case of your bridge also, the construction is along the longitudinal direction.
Yes, sir.
Then?
Okay.
Fine. How do you do scheduling in case of Excel? Do you prepare bar chart?
Yes, sir. Grand chart along with strip chart. For road projects, we use strip chart.
What are the drawbacks of strip chart or bar chart?
We cannot, sir, in strip chart or bar chart, we cannot connect the previous activity along with the next activity, or we cannot compare which activity is finishing after which activity.
But in strip chart, we can do that.
Yes, sir.
In strip chart, when we do the planning
but in grand chart or bar chart, we cannot do this, sir.
So strip chart, can I call this strip chart as linked bar chart?
Linear bar chart. Yes, sir.
And how do you determine resources?
Sir, we generally, first of all, we need to know the project duration. Along with when we define the project duration in terms of project activity, we allocate each activity. We know, first of all, we know the critical activities. Then we allot the resources on each activity. And after that, we do resource leveling.
What is resource leveling?
In resource leveling, sir, we have limited number of resources, but project duration is not fixed. In that, we have to define each activity along the resource such that we have limited number of resources.
Tell me, which activity is running on 10th week in this bar chart?
In 10th week, sir, we start E and F activity, sir. From 10th on.
Which activity is running on 10th week? In nahi, on.
So D and C are running in 10th week and yet.
On. I'm asking about on, not in.
So D and C are running on 10th week. but it will be finished after 10th week is completed.
Think about it.
Sorry, sir. On 10th week, E and F are running, sir.
On 10th week,
E and F are running.
are you sure you are doing the job of planning engineer?
C and D.
And do you seriously prepare strip charts?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Tell me.
Sir, I got confused, sir, bit. Actually, at the finish of 10th week, we have finished the activity C and D. So, in the running week of 10th, C and D will be running, sir. I got confused, sir.
Sir.
Okay. So tell me, what is difference between reinforced concrete and pre-stressed concrete?
In reinforced concrete, we use reinforcement along with the concrete for a purpose of structure preparation. But in pre-stressed concrete, stress is applied before the concrete is loaded, so that the bending moment is compensated after loading.
So how do we do this pre-stressing?
Pre-stressing is done on the two methods, that is pre-stress pre-tension and pre-stress post-tension. In pre-stress pre-tension method, the construction, the tensioning of the tendons is done during the concreting itself. But in post-tension, sir, we do stressing after the concrete has been hardened.
What type of reinforcements are used in concrete?
Most of the time, sir, we use reinforcement as steel bars, but sometimes we use carbon reinforcement as well for micro concreting or some jacketing purposes.
Carbon
Reinforcement, carbon reinforced concrete.
So in what form is the carbon? It is in powdered form.
It is a long strips in the form of reinforcement that is mixed with the concrete, and it is used for retrofitting of structure along with jacketing of columns as well.
Okay. What are the different types of steel that is used for reinforcement?
HYSD bars are used. Sometimes we use mild steel, but most of the time we use HYSD bars.
So what is the difference between mild steel and HYSD bar?
The process of making of HYSD and mild steel are different. It is a HYSD bar are deformed bar, so its ultimate strength gets increased. But in
What is the strength of HYSD bar?
415, 500 and 553 categories we have.
What is 415?
Ultimate strength,
Ultimate strength or
yielding strength.
yield strength?
Yielding strength.
What are the units?
Newton per mm square.
Newton per mm square. Okay. What is the difference between stress concentration and stress corrosion?
I don't have idea.
Okay. How do we carry out tensile test
Concrete.
of, let's say, a steel bar?
We put into it in a. We first calculate the gauge length of a bar with the help of formula 5.65 under root of A. Then we apply tensile machine on the ends of the gauge length, and we apply tensile load until it gets break into cup and cone shape.
And from this tensile test, what we come to know?
Tensile strength of a steel we get to know.
So do we calculate only the tensile strength, or we calculate, or we draw stress strain curve for the bar?
Sir, we can of course, sir, we can draw stress and strain curve for after using a tensile strength test.
So is it a strain control test or a stress control test?
Sir, it is a stress control test, as we are increasing the stress per unit time at a constant rate.
So what are the difference between stress controlled and strain control tests?
Sir, in stress control test, we increase the loading per unit at a fixed rate per unit time, and along with we calculate the elongation or compression in the elements, and we draw the stress strain diagram. That is called stress control test. In strain control, we keep on increasing our length of the material at a constant rate, and along with the reaction is calculated. that is it, the reaction that is it's offering, such as in the shear test of a direct shear test of a soil, we use strain control test method.
Okay, thank you. That's all.
Okay, so your interview is over. We'll call you after 2 minutes for feedback. Okay?
Thank you, sir. May I come in, sir?
Yes, welcome. So when is your interview?
Sir, my interview is scheduled on 10th October, sir.
Okay. And how do you think your interview went today?
So it didn't go that well, sir.
Huh?
It didn't go that well, sir.
Okay.
Somewhere I got confused, sir.
So what score you will give to yourself?
Sir, this is my first time to appear in interview, sir. So
Yes, so rate yourself.
I can rate out of 10, sir. Out of 10, sir, it would be 6 to 7 or something, sir, like that.
Yeah. So you'll get that kind of score. That's good. See, basically, you are an intelligent person. You know the things. Somewhere you got confused, but that linear thing, that's there. But otherwise, you're a good candidate. But you're too serious, too gloomy. Why can't you smile and why can't you be enthusiastic? Now you're looking so good.
कोई प्रेशर मत रखो, प्रेशर से क्या 10 नंबर कम हो जाते हैं.
I got
हाँ,
sir, a bit
comfortable.
stressed at the beginning, sir.
पिट के तो नहीं आए, कहीं से कुछ प्रॉब्लम तो है नहीं, ठीक है ना? और you were in L&T, you're still working, na?
Yes, sir. Still working, but sir, I am on study leave, sir.
You're on study leave, so IIT दिल्ली में
Such
आए
a
हो,
good private company है, स्टडी लीव देती
है
है.
ना? हाँ, तो कोई कमी तो है नहीं.
में नहीं मिलता.
सरकार में भी मिलता है, मगर रोड आगे मिलता
After this is over, you will still have L&T job with you,
Yes, sir.
so you should be happy about it.
Yes, sir. I am, sir.
That happiness should come out.
Okay, sir.
That energy, that enthusiasm should come out in the
है. हो
interview.
सकता है कोई LND पे ही चला जाए भी, क्या प्रोजेक्ट हैं, क्या कर रहे हो, हैं? आप किस प्रोजेक्ट पे थे, क्या करते थे, उसी पे इंटरव्यू.
Yes, you should know in detail because you are a sponsored candidate from L&T. You should know in detail.
Metros में
Even
क्या-
Ram Janambhoomi project which they have done.
Yes, sir.
So what is the
मेट्रो
cost?
में तो मोनोपोली है, जो कंक्रीट वर्क यही करते हैं, दूसरे पे भरोसा ही नहीं है सरकार को. दूसरा बनाएगा तो टूट जाएगी. क्वालिटी एस्पेक्ट्स.
ठीक है ना? Parliament House also I think.
Central Vista. No, sir.
Tata.
Central Vista is for Tata projects.
अच्छा. Only this Ram Janambhoomi project they have done a big project. And what is the background of L&T? Where did this name came from?
Yes, sir.
All those things you should know.
Okay, sir.
Why it is not treated as a foreign company?
Yes, sir.
Though the name is foreign.
Yes, sir. They were
पहले
Danish
प्रमोटर्स.
refugees.
हाँ,
हाँ?
Danish refugees, Larsen and Toubro.
पहले वो थे फॉरेन प्रमोटर्स थे, फिर उन्होंने ले ली.
टेक ओवर है सर.
ठीक है.
इंडियन
बताइए
गवर्नमेंट का
कुछ.
स्टेक है.
हाँ, तो ठीक है, अच्छी परफॉर्मेंस है, बट टेक्निकली थोड़ा सा एक तो प्रोजेक्ट ज़्यादा कर लो, दूसरा LNT आ गया.
Yes, sir.
अब LNT के मेजर प्रोजेक्ट्स क्या हैं, आप क्या कर रहे थे, और उसको क्या कैसे काम कराते थे, व्हाट इज द इम्प्रूवमेंट ओवर दैट, थिंग्स लाइक दैट. तो उस तरह से तैयार करो, कॉन्फिडेंस होके जाओ ना, और अच्छा करोगे. बाकी थोड़ा सा स्लो बोलोगे, क्योंकि क्या है ना, जब स्लो बोलोगे, सोचोगे, तो मिस नहीं करोगे. अदरवाइज यू विल मिस. जब मिस करोगे तो आप कुछ गलत जवाब दोगे तो नंबर आपके
Correct.
घटे. अच्छा कर सकते हो, यू आर ए कॉम्पिटेंट.
क्रॉस क्वेश्चनिंग अगर हो रही है, थोड़ा सा संभलो कि ये समझो कि मैं सही में सही हूँ
Self doubt.
या मैं कहीं गलत जा रहा हूँ. मतलब उसको एक बार गौर करो. आप बिल्कुल मतलब अड़ गए थे. लीनियर प्रोजेक्ट क्या होता है? जिसकी लेंथ ज़्यादा होती है विड्थ के कंपैरिजन में, वो लीनियर प्रोजेक्ट हो जाएगा. मेरे तो सीवर भी सब लीनियर प्रोजेक्ट है, चाहे मैं कितना गहरे चला जाऊँ,
Yes, sir.
लीनियर प्रोजेक्ट ही होगा. बिल्डिंग क्यों नहीं है? वर्टिकल की वजह से नहीं है. लेंथ और विड्थ लगभग बराबर है,
ऑलमोस्ट सेम।
ठीक है, या रेशियो अच्छा खासा रहता है, ये लॉजिक है, ठीक है। तो थोड़ा सा बस ये गौर करो, कॉन्फिडेंस अच्छा है, पिच अच्छी है, सब कुछ बहुत बढ़िया है, ठीक है, बस इस पे गौर करो। सर
Why are you feeling sad at the moment?
Sir, I think I messed up a bit, sir.
Why do you think so?
Few question I couldn't answer up to the mark, sir.
You started very well. सर के आंसर्स आपने अच्छे दिए, सर के आंसर भी आपने अच्छे दिए। अंकित सर के आंसर जब आप दे रहे थे तो आपने एक दो गुफअप किया, आपको पता चल गया, एंड यू स्टार्टेड शिवरिंग फ्रॉम दैट मोमेंट।
हारो मत,
मेरा काम था आपको स्ट्रेस में डालना।
जिस वक्त
आई
आप
कुड क्लियरली मेक आउट, अगर मैं 3 डिफिकल्ट क्वेश्चन पूछ देता तो आप यहीं रो देते, ऐसा लग रहा था। सो इंटरव्यू में अगर आपसे 2 क्वेश्चन, 4 क्वेश्चन, 5 क्वेश्चन नहीं भी आंसर दिए, कोई बड़ी बात नहीं है, दैट्स परफेक्टली फाइन। हर किसी को हर कोई क्वेश्चन आए ये जरूरी नहीं है।
Okay, sir.
यहाँ पे आपकी टेक्निकल नॉलेज नहीं टेस्ट की जा रही, यहाँ पे आपका टेम्परामेंट टेस्ट किया जा रहा है। टेक्निकल नॉलेज यूज करके आप एक ब्रिज बनाते हो,
Yes, sir.
वो ब्रिज गिर गया, गिरने के बाद में उसके इंजीनियर कैसे रेस्पॉन्ड करेंगे उस मोमेंट पे, वो आपसे टेस्ट किया जाता है।
Okay, sir.
इंटरव्यू इज टू टेस्ट दैट रेस्पॉन्स, कि ऑन द स्पॉट आपको प्रॉब्लम दी जाए तो आप उस पर कैसे रिएक्ट करते हो। इट इज नेवर ए टेस्ट ऑफ योर टेक्निकल नॉलेज। टेक्निकल नॉलेज है तभी तो आप यहाँ पे बैठे हो,
Yes, sir.
वरना 90% बच्चे तो आउट हैं। टेक्निकली यू आर कॉम्पिटेंट, टेक्निकल आंसर ठीक दे रहे हो, एक दो कहीं पे गुफअप होता है तो यू शुड नॉट बी एडमेंट कि
Yes, sir.
नहीं मैं सही हूँ,
Noted, sir.
ठीक है। थोड़ा सा ऐसे केस में अगर कभी लगता है कि गुफअप हो गया, टेक डीप ब्रेथ, थोड़ा सा सांस लो, कि जल्दी जल्दी बोल रहे हो, बॉडी में सांस नहीं जा रहा, ऑक्सीजन नहीं जा रहा है, तो सेल्स गेट स्टार्व्ड, उनको जल्दी जल्दी ऑक्सीजन चाहिए, खून तेज भागना शुरू करता है, नर्वस हो जाते हैं हम।
Yes, sir.
एक डीप ब्रेथ लो, आराम से सोचो, 5 सेकंड ले लो, किसी ने सवाल पूछा है 5 सेकंड लो आप,
Yes, sir.
उसके बाद में आंसर करो। योर आंसर्स वर करेक्ट, टेक्निकली आप ठीक थे, कहीं कहीं छोड़ा मोड़ा इधर उधर हो रहा था, बट दैट्स ओके, ठीक है। रेस्ट इट वॉज वेरी गुड, एवरीथिंग वॉज वेरी गुड, यू डोंट हैव टू फील बैड अबाउट एनीथिंग,
Okay, sir.
understood? So your interview was perfect, it was good, it was first, that's why you were a little bit nervous. जब आप सेकेंड टाइम देंगे, थर्ड टाइम देंगे, तो आपको पता चलेगा कि नहीं, दैट्स परफेक्ट,
Okay, sir.
ठीक है। सो प्रिपेयर, टेक्निकली आप थोड़ा सा प्रिपेयर करो, टेक्निकली आपको प्रिपेयर करने का थोड़ा सा ज़रूरत है। जो भी सारे सब्जेक्ट्स हैं उनको धीरे धीरे करके, रिलेटेड टू सिविल इंजीनियरिंग आपका जो भी स्ट्रक्चर्स हैं उसमें क्या क्या यूज़ होता है वो सब आप देखो,
Okay, sir.
ठीक है। सर मार्क्स
Okay. You will easily get 125 as of today.
Okay, sir.
ठीक है, अब मुस्कुराए हो। इफ यू वर्क स्लाइटली मोर यू कैन इजीली। रिटर्न कैसा गया तुम्हारा?
रिटर्न सर अच्छा गया सर, 360 370 के आसपास आउट ऑफ।
तो थोड़ा सा फिर इंटरव्यू पे फोकस करो, ठीक है,
हाँ सर,
यू कैन मेक इट।
ओके सर,
ऑल द बेस्ट,
थैंक यू सर,
डू वेल।
थैंक यू सर।
डेफ
हाँ सर, वो वहाँ दे गए, डेफ दे गए ना।